Right, I guess a pH scale. pH scale. We are still guma acids and base. We talk now of a pH scale. Now, le gama elithi pH limeleni. Now, pH stands for the potency of hydrogen. Le hydrogen is H plus. The potency of hydrogen, the hydrogen is associated with acidity. Arenas, why any substance, it may dissolve emanzini, or it dissociate emanzini, it forms H plus, then that is an acid. Now we want to get the potency of hydrogen. Tina says the pH. Ukuthi le pH meleni, hayi awunandaba wena, kodwa as long as kuyini na, kuyi pH. Akuhambi kanjani. Now the potency of hydrogen. The potency comes from the word potential. Potential, ikhono. Ikhono ukuthi le solution ingaba yi-acid. Ama-chances ukuthi ibe yi-acid. Ama-chances ukuthi ithole OH plus ibe yi-acid. That is the potency. I-position ekuyona iyakwazi yini ukuthi ibe yi-acid. Potential. Bakhona abantu abane-potential yokucula. Kungenzeka ukuthi angabi endaweni la kucula khona. Kodwa unayo ikhono lokucula. Umuzwa noma ekhala kamnandi uthi wazi wakhala kamnandi lo muntu. Hey, ekhala nje uthi badoda hayi cha impela hayi ayunalo ikhono. Potential yokugijima. Umbona beka nje ibhurubhuru la. Uyishiya izimi ibhurubhuru iminikini ikhanda hayi cha ayagijima lo muntu. Ngoba unani unekhono. Something that is inside, that is built inside. Ake ngitshontshe ku paper 1. Sine potential energy. Potential energy. Nali chalk. Ngizosebenzisa le ncane le ukuze meyiwa noma ingaphuka ayinankinga. I-chalk meyila phansi. Ayinalo ikhono lokuhamba. I-position ekuyona ayikwazi ukuhamba. So the potential is 0. But the moment uyisusa la phansi uyisa phezulu, i-height iya inyuka, unyusa ikhono lokuwa kwayo, its potential energy increases. Ngamanye amazwi i-potential energy yakhona depends on the height. The higher you go, the greater are your chances to move down. Ma uya lapha edrobheni eThekwini uya e320 uya phezulu, the more ukhuphuka unyusa ama chance akho ukuwa kwakho uyobe senokuwa okukhulu, i-potential uyobe senekhono lokukhulu lokuwa ngoba i-height is high. Kodwa ke phela ngeke usasixoxela ukuthi mesoshayeka phansi kuzoba njani. Sobe sesiyakhala thina sesifunda ngawe wena sowulele solungisela ukuya emoshwari asikho lapha. Now sinekhono, the potential. Now lalela ke ngixoxela ngoba i-pH ikalwa kwi-solution, ngoba ikhono lento ikalwa kwi-solution, i-solution eyakhiwa yini? Amanzi. Sithola ukuthi amanzi awahlali eyamanzi enjalo emanzini. Amanzi khona lapha emanzini awahlali nje e-neutral nje. Kukhona abo H plus emanzini, nani nabo OH minus emanzini. Amanzi athi mehlakazeka nje phakathi lapha emanzini aya ionizer, akforma ama-ions. Aforma ama-ions anjani na? Aforma ama-ions a-positive na-negative. Kusho ukuthi emanzini kukhona u-H plus, emanzini kukhona u-OH minus. Arrhenius. Asikhulume ngo-Arrhenius. Arrhenius uthe acid is any substance that forms H plus when it dissociates in water. What base is any substance that forms OH minus when it dissociates in water. Asithathe manje u-Arrhenius simbeke laphana. Siyamthatha manje u-Arrhenius simletha la sithi oh amanzi emanzini. Bakwethu ngiyazizwa ukuthi ngingacabanga ukuthi uyazizwa kodwa impela ngiyazizwa impela. Ngiyazizwa impela nje angikuthintanga futhi angikuthinti. Amanzi emanzini ayenze njani na? Ayahlakazeka. Kukhona ama-ions. Ngoba akha ama-ions yikho lokho amanzi ungafanelanga uthi uma unamanzi bese uwahlanganisa wathinta ney'ntambo zikagesi. Ngoba kunama-positive and negative ions. Thinta wena iy'ntambo zikagesi ukhanyise ngezandla ezimanzi. Uzokukhomba lapha kutholakala khona i-alcohol. Muhlala la imlazi sizothi kuzokukhomba ka-max. Muhlala la imlazi la kutholakala muhlala la emakhaya bathi uzokukhomba umuzo notshwala. Lana ke sinani na sino H plus no OH minus. Amanzi emanzini nansi indaba. Amanzi emanzini anobu acid abuye abe nobu base. Udissolve nje ilento entweni enobu acid nobu base. Kodwa ke into enhle ngamanzi, why enza amanzi siwathatha as good solvents, okuwama solvent. Why si dissolve ngayo kakhulu amanzi? Amanzi abo H plus balingana nabo OH minus. Abo H plus emanzini balingana nabo OH minus. Kusho ukuthi ubu acid emanzini bulingana nobu base. Bese sithi amanzi anjani? A neutral. Ngoba H plus ulingana nabo OH minus. Amanzi are neutral. So whatever you do emanzini, don't forget ukuthi dissolve entweni which is neither acidic nor basic. Isingisi lapho sithi neither. Siyasifaka nesingisi bakwethu ngoba sibalekile. Muthe neither bese uthini na? No. Muthe either uthini or. Neither no. Ungakuzwa sokuthi neither or. Hayi. Uyosihlekisa ngaba lo eminye imbala. Neither no. So amanzi are neither acidic nor basic. So whatever you do emanzini, once kwashintsha ubu acid, once amanzi aba nobu acid anobuthize noma nobu base anobuthize, so uyazi ukuthi akuwona amanzi ayenze lokho, ilento oyifake lapho phakathi. So ke amanzi are neutral. Now ngamanye amazwi uma amanzi e-neutral, ake ngithi ngibone la kuyenzeka ke uma amanzi ake ngithi la ake ngicela ukuze ngisave i-chalk nesikhathi. Labo H plus nabo OH, labo plus nabo minus ba representa u-plus o represent u-H plus, u-minus o represent u-OH minus. It means ngibhala iscale ngabomu. Plus represents H plus, minus represents OH minus. Asengenzela nje ukuthi nawe mosoyobhala i-exam singawuze songena kwi-WhatsApp group. Ake ningikhumbuzeni konje labo plus bameleni. Hayi naba ya. U-plus mele u-H plus. Now, uma abo plus belingana, yabona yileyo nalo ithatha i-partner wayo. Lo uthatha une-partner neutral. So ku-neutral. Kodwa uma kwenzeka kuba no-plus or more than or minus, if abo H plus be more than abo OH minus, whether ba more ngento eyodwa noma na 1000. Now uma abo plus be more than abo minus, then the solution is what? Is acidic. Ngamanye amazwi sesingayibhala nje sithi if i-concentration yabo H plus it's greater, siyakhumbula uyakhamisa kule nkulu, if i-concentration yabo H plus is greater than the concentration yabo OH minus, then the solution is what? It's acidic. The solution is acidic. Kusho ukuthi emanzini once kwaba nawo H plus abadlula bo OH minus, then sesingathi i-solution injani na? It's acidic. ngoba bo H plus. Thisha ngicela ukubuza noma ngathiwa nje idlula ngo H plus owodwa. Yebo. Noma ngathiwa owodwa. Okusalayo nje ukuthi abo H plus ba more than abo H minus. So the solution is acidic. Sitheni determine uma bo H plus belingana nabo OH minus njengasemanzini sesingathi isolution is what? It's neutral. Neutral. Okay. Sesiza la, sesithi na uma abo H plus be less than OH minus. Ishilo ngathi la ikhamisele ngakhona iyona enkulu. Khamisa lapha kukhulu khona. So la le sign le ikhamisele ngapha kusho ukuthi lapho kukhulu kunala. Lena le sign ikhamisele ngapha kusho ukuthi lona kukhulu kulana. Uma uH plus emanzini ake ngifake aqueous emanzini makwethu. Si angaze ngiphatheke kabi umanzini ukuthi hawu nase ningishiya nani ku equation kanti ngikhona mina ngubani na ngumanzini. So now OH plus in water uma it less than OH minus the solution is what? It's basic. Abanye bathini na it's alkaline. Okay, indaba lapho. Now sesiya ku potential. The potential. Uma kugcwele abo minus. Uma isolution is basic. Abo minus bedlula abo plus. Or uma abo H plus be less. Leyo solution inekhono lokuba acidic. Kanjani? Kusho ukuthi leyo solution kuyolula kungena mufaka abo H plus bazothola indawo ngoba phela bazothola lapho bazoneutralize khona. So ngamanye amazwi uma abo H plus bebancane ikhono lokuba acidic it's more. Okay, uthisha bekhuluma ngekhono. Potency of hydrogen ikhono potential. Bawethu bawethu sishawa isingisi la. Ake ngixoxelele nansi indaba. Make sure ukuthi you master your English. Unfortunately ngizongixolela master your English, you know your English. Ngoba i-life science uyenza nge-English, i-physical science uyenza nge-English, i-maths uyenza nge-English, i-English uyenza nge-English, i-LO uyenza nge-English. Ngibala zonke izifundo ozenzayo English. You know, if you know your English and you know your interpretation of words, half of your battle is won. So yeah, so we need. Manje abanye ni failiswa yini? Unayi content kodwa isingisa sikho. Khobe. Potency of hydrogen uma OH plus bebancane ikhono lokuthi ibe uPa ibe acid it's more. Ngamanye amazwi if the concentration of H plus is less then the pH becomes more. pH iphikisana no H plus. Uma ikhono uma kunabo H plus abancane kusho ukuthi kugcwele abo OH minus kuleya solution. So ikhono lokuthi be acidic u-add abo H plus amo ngoba the more u-add abo H plus bathola indawo ba neutralizana. So the pH ayihambisani ne concentration of H plus. If the concentration of H plus is less, the pH is more. Ngiyazi manje ngitheba less the pH is more. So ngibuza ukuthi uma be more awunawo uyazi bawethu. Asale sesengenza nje ngoba phela ungazi ukuthi ayingayibamba kahle ukuthi mayibe less the pH is more. Manje bongakafiki kula kumabe more. Awu uma concentration of H plus uma be more ngamanye amazwi the pH is what? The pH is less. Uma be more the pH is less. Ngamanye amazwi la sikhuluma ngobu acid. Singakhuluma nangobu base. Kodwa that one eyase-university siyeza kuyona. Kodwa still, if we say pH is the potency of hydrogen, singaba no pOH, the potency of a base, the potency of hydroxide, pOH, the potency of hydroxide. Right. Now, let us take this knowledge, sifake kwi-mathematics. Sifaka manje kwi-mathematics. Ithi i-mathematics. When we say this mathematically, hey, bakwethu indaba emnandi. Mathematically speaking, hey, bajabula kabi abashaya i-maths manje. Nansi pH iphikisana no-H plus. Now, sengayibeka kanje ngithi mathematically. We can say the pH, it's minus the logarithm of the concentration of H plus aqueous, base 10. Uzoyibhala la, kabo base 10. Uma bethi define the pH, uthi pH is minus, ungathi minus log, ngoba log imeleni. Uthi it's minus the logarithm. Ay, lelo gama lelo, ithi ngilibhale lonke. Logarithm. Minus the logarithm. Ay, uyisho lento ungasheshe uyisho ngoba uzoyiluma ulimi. Usho nje ube nesineke nje. Ka science sinesineke nje, sithatha izinto kancane kancane. Oh, logarithm. Hey, kunzima. Sasithini na minus the logarithm or the log. pH is minus the logarithm of the concentration of H plus, base 10. Ngamanye amazwi, the relationship between pH and H plus, mawufakele side, you are showing that as the pH becomes more, the concentration of H plus is less. This is how you put it. As the pH becomes less, the concentration of H plus is more. Ake ngiwenzise wona lama logarithms. Shama logs kancane nje bakwethu. Shama logs kancane. Ngoba ngiyenzela ukuthi noma sowufika ke ngeclass lama logs uhleke kancane hayi ngayizwa lento ka science basihlephulelile. Yanihlephulela manje. Ake si increase I value ka pH. Sibone ukuthi ime kanjani. Lalela. Asenze UH subject of the formula. Sizoshiya UH lokhu sikulethe ngapha. Now, uma ulalela kahle, uma sine ama exponents, sikhuluma ngama exponents. Sizothi 2 to the power 3 is equals to 8, right? Lo 2 it's a base. Learner, it's an exponent. Exponent, a base. Baseline, sizala. Minus the logarithm of the concentration of H plus, base 10. Ngithe, uma ibhalwe kanjena bakwethu, ingabhalwanga base 10, base 10. Mina ngenzela ukuthi kube lula kuwena we understand. Once bathi log, bangafaka lunto ngaphansi baleli gama elithi log, yazi wena ukuthi it's base 10. Njengoba wazi ukuthi mengathi A empeleni yazi ukuthi 1 times A kodwa sowubhali lo 1 iloko kwaziyo. So now ake ngibhale ngabomu ngithi base 10 ubase la. Manje ngifuna ukwenza le subject of the formula. Sekuzoba yini na? Concentration of H plus is equals to ithi minus log concentration of H plus is equals to pH. Ngiphendule nje kanje bakwethu. Ngibhale kwa left ngabhala ngapha. Ungaze nawe uthatha exercise olujikisa uthi ngithathe lokhu ngakuletha ngapha kusafana. Ngoba ngifuna ukushiya lokho ngapha. Negative times negative, positive. Then we'll have log concentration of H plus aqueous. Faku aqueous la is equals to minus pH. You multiply both sides with negative. Ngathola minus pH. Sesibuya siza la base 10. Mesi leta sisusa leya lokho base 10 uyothatha indawo yayo lapha as a base. Sizoba nani? Concentration of H plus aqueous. Le base iza lapha iyothatha indawo yayo. So kuzoba base 10 minus pH. Base 10 minus pH of 2. Last nani? Ngikufundisa ama-logs njalo. Last 2 to the power 3 or plus 3 is equals to 8. Asibuyisele endaweni yanu 8 lo sesizothini na 3 yehla ke is equals to log 8 base 2. When you express this number, this relationship in terms of logs, then you say 3. Lo 3 uzala base uya laphana ku log uzoyibamba laphana. Then we say log 3 it's log 8 base 2. If there's if not a to the power minus b is equals to c. What is a to the power minus b? Express that in terms of log. Minus b is equals to log c base a. Then b will be minus log c base a. Habe. Ake size la. Sesiyabona ke manje. Now, sesiyabona ke ubudlelwane kwa pH nelento. Now, sengiyoprova ke. Ngizama ke sesebenzisa le equation. Ngiyaprova ke ukuthi as the pH becomes greater, as the pH increases, increases, the concentration of H plus decreases. As check it. Let's say pH is 1. pH is 1. If pH is 1, what will be the concentration of H plus? Concentration of H plus is equals to 10 to the power minus 1. What is 10 to the power minus 1? It's 0.1 mole per decimeter cubed. 0.1. 10 to the power minus 1, it's 1 over 10, which is 0.1. I guess the pH is 2. pH yanyuka. If pH is about 2, if pH is equals to 2, then what is the concentration of H plus? Concentration of H plus is 10 to the power minus pH, which is 10 to the power minus 2. What is 10 to the power minus 2? It's 1 over 10 squared, which is 1 over 100. So go in now 0.01. Yay, bagwethu. Yayibona? Lana it was 0.1. Yini le 1 over 10. Lena 1 over 10, which is 0.1. Lena 0.01. As the pH increases, I have seen you say city 7. Yeah. If pH is 7, then what is concentration of H plus? Bangakanani concentration H plus now? 10 to the power minus pH, which is 10 to the power minus 7. 10 to the power minus 7. 1 over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If concentration of H plus is 0.0000. 1 times 10 to the power minus 7. It goes like that. This then as the concentration of H plus decreases, the pH is high. Now, sasiqhathanisa manje i-base emanzini. Uma bo H plus beba baningi, the pH iba less. Uma bo H plus beba bancane, the pH iba more. Now, kukhona i-scale efanele sisebenzise emanzini. With pH isuka from less scala to lesi scala. From this scale to that scale. Right. Asibhekeni ke emanzini. Lokho engizokusho manje, it will make a lot of sense sengenze ama rates of reaction and chemical equilibrium. Kodwa ke let's take it this way. Mhlawumbe ngizokusho manje ngoba kungenzeka ukuthi sewuyenzile ama rates of reaction ngoba vele into eyodwa kuyahlangana ngizoyikhuluma injalo. Ngiqale ngathi amanzi emanzini gives us what? H plus aqueous and OH minus aqueous. Now when we express this equation in terms of the value of Kc, mawukhumbula kahle sithe A plus B, which is in equilibrium with C and D. Mongakafiki la ungazihluphi kakhulu kodwa siyeza kuko. Kodwa mase ufikile hleka wedwa. La mesithi A plus B is in equilibrium with C and D. What is the expression of Kc? The K equilibrium, Kc, is concentration of products. It's a ratio between concentration of products and concentration of reactants. The ratio yakho. Ama products ne reactants. Now, what is Kc? Ama products are in concentration of C and concentration of D. Over ama reactants are in concentration of A and concentration of B. This is how we express the value of Kc. Sikhathanisa uma sekuriche equilibrium ukuthi I ratio mangakanani ama products mawaqhathanisa nama reactants. If the ratio, if the Kc, Guinea's example, use 0.5. What is 0.5? Oh, half. What is half? Which means ama products. Uma I product iyodwa, ama reactants is 2 times. Which means ama reactants are 2 times more than ama products. Ubona from a value of Kc. Now, lana manzini, sibheka the equilibrium constant of water. Sibiza sithini iKW. KW. Ifana no Kc bakwethu. Kodwa lana sidila nje namanzi KW. Now, siyazi ukuthi kwi value ka K kwi equation asifaki in liquid la. So what is KW? I concentration yani of H plus aqueous nani ne concentration yani ye OH minus aqueous. Okay. We have a concentration of K plus and concentration of OH minus. Now, njengoba kuthiwa KW nje, that is the equilibrium yalizwa lelo gama constant. So kumele ihlale ine value ethize. Sithole ukuthi ilapho futhi nakuma equations akho lapha nakuma table akho. KW, K equilibrium constant of water, it's 1 times 10 to the power minus 14. 1 times 10 to the power minus 14. Mawukhala kakhulu hayibo bafakelane 1 times 10 to the power minus 14 kodwa yasingiphatha kabi iyafana no 10 to the power minus 14 iyafana. 1 times 8 8. 1 times 5 is 5. 1 times 6 is 6. 1 times 10 to the power minus 14, 10 to the power minus 14. Ngingathola abantu bexabene lapha. Katsheni ukuthi hayi mina say 1 times 10 to the power minus 14, mina yami 10 to the power minus 14. Kusho ukuthi ikhona yami you're wrong phakathi wenu. Ena kuyafana. Why ngisho kanjalo? Ake size la. Lana sine concentration ka H plus. La sine concentration ka OH minus. Asibuyele lapha mathematically. Yo. Siza la. What is the potency of hydrogen? Again, What is the potency of hydrogen? 10 to the power minus pH, base 10. And so it has to base 10. So what is concentration of H plus? La. Concentration of H plus. Aqueous. Unina. 10 to the power minus pH. That is the potency of hydrogen. Emanzini singayithola the potency of OH. Yo. Lana sino H plus. Ngalena sibe nani? OH. Sinobu acid sibe nobu base. Now, I can see express again ubu base sibona ubu base bakhona ukuthi bunjani na. Sasingathi in POH the potency of hydroxide is minus log the concentration of OH minus aqueous base 10. So mesifuna upotency of hydroxide uyaphikisana no pH. As OH aba more, the POH becomes less. Joe. Then we have that. What is the concentration of OH minus? But wait. Concentration of OH minus. Unina 10 to the power minus POH. That is the concentration of OH minus. 10 to the power minus POH. Again, we say a university. You say a university, ungathuki mase uhlangana nayo le vasi. Abanye bathe evasi noma e-technical bangakuxoxela bathi uma uthatha usawoti sodium chloride ufake emanzini kuwakha kana isiwasho Na plus aqueous nani no Cl minus aqueous amanzi asolwandle lawa isiwasho. E-university bangakubuza bathi awusitholele ukuthi what is the potency of Cl? Ikhona lokuthi kube nabo Cl yini na potency of Cl PCl. What is potency of Cl? Minus log the concentration yani Cl minus aqueous sikufuna minus log concentration of Cl minus. That is the potency of Cl. Wena ucabanga ukuthi into uyaziyo uwazi pH kuphela hayi isingeniso lesi. Wena uzothula phana ka agriculture kunama salts athize but awusitholene the PNA the potency of sodium nansi ay sodium ekwi solution PNA minus log the concentration of Na plus aqueous. Yo kwi exam bangakutshela bathi uma uAB athi me hydrolyzer in water akhe uA plus aqueous nani no B minus aqueous bangayifaka lento kwi-exam final exam kwi-multiple choice. But what is the PA? Whoa, PA potency of A. Umuntu akathi hawu besingakafiki lapho mina ngafunda uPH. Ngoba ukremile phela wena uyohlala lapha ko pH can more understand the background ithi sukaphi bazokubona uhleka wedwa bakubona wenza kanje ngobhozo unwa indlebe ngani na ngobhozo. So you have PA which is what minus log the concentration of A plus aqueous. Okay, I say sengiyayizwa manje angisena nkinga. Asiye laphana ke bakwethu angisulela silungisele inkinga. Concentration of H plus 10 to the power minus pH. Concentration of OH minus 10 to the power minus POH. Asifake laphana. Konje uKW wethu ungakanani na? 10 to the power minus 14 is equals to what is concentration of H plus? 10 to the power minus pH. Times. What is concentration of OH minus? 10 to the power minus POH. I-base iyafana bakwethu. Sesilandela imithetho ye-maths manje. I-base iyafana, 10. Sesingathini na? Minus 14 is equals to minus pH minus POH. Ayikho equation eke yaba no minus bodwa. So multiply both sides on negative. Sesizoba nani na? 14 is equals to pH plus pOH. Ngamanye amazwi, the scale, the pH scale, ikala between 0 and 14. Ikala between 0 and 14. Amanzi, njengoba OH plus belingana nabo OH minus, the pH yakhona it's 7. If OH plus belingana nabo OH minus, if our H plus belingana nabo OH minus, then the pH is 7. So any solution in a pH of 7, that solution is neither acidic nor basic. But once you are above 7, pH inkulu, which means ubu acid buningi. If pH inkulu, the potency of hydrogen is less, it's more than, it's less than 7. Yes, it's less than 7. If pH bancane, if the value of pH becomes less, which means we have more H plus. If the pH is less than 7, then snabo H plus abaningi, because now the potency becomes less, or H plus abaningi. That solution is acidic. If the pH is more than 7, then it means snabo H plus aban less. That solution is basic. Now, how do you come about nama calculations? Lapo. Calculate the pH of the following solutions. Nali kama elibalulekile siqale ngo number 1. 1.1 the pH ngakanani na? The pH of the following solutions. Mobana le solutions so yapeka with HCl. Upala equation manje. That is the first part umuntu ofanele aqale ngayo. HCl in water. HCl in water, what does it form? H plus aqueous and Cl minus aqueous. What are we given? The concentration of HCl. We are given the concentration of HCl. But we are required to get the potency of hydrogen, the pH, not the PHCl. Agangiphinde futhi. Sifuna thina the pH, not the pH, not the PHCl, if they call it PHCl. Asina, asifuni. Bafuna pH. So ngamanye amazwi, pH yesinikazana minus log the concentration of what? Of H plus. But we are given the HCl. Now, how do we go about that, doing that? pH, we know it's minus log the concentration of H plus aqueous. pH is minus log the concentration of H plus aqueous. Now, minus log. What is the concentration of H plus? Now, siyakuleya relationship. 1 mole of HCl forms 1 mole of H plus. 2 will form 2. 5 will form 5. 0.5 will form 0.5. The ratio is 5. Say 0.02. Okay. 0.02 will form how much? 0.02. So we are told the pH will be minus log 0.02. What is minus log 0.02? Okay, 0.02. So the log 0.02. Ngithola mina minus log yakhona it's 1.69. That is the pH. 1.69. Nazi-ke indaba ezimnandi. I-pH ayinama units. pH nje ngoba sikhuluma nge-scale. You scale from 0 to 14. Niyazi nani bake bathi awusi rate. It's a rating. Uthi awusi rate from 1 to 10. 1 is the worst, 10 is the best. Interview behambe kanje lo muntu okhulume naye umrate kuphi bese uthi 5. Kusho to Sanfontaine. Nala i-rating yobu acid from 0 to 14. So lena pH is less. So this is it's acidic, it's an acid, which is 1.69. So if the potency is less, it means the acid, our H plus are more. So we have that. Siyadlula lapho. Question number 2. Calculate the pH of the following. Yo, yachika ke manje. Yachika izinto ziyachika izini na izinto. Sesithini manje? 0.04 of H2SO4. Bafuna pH. This is 1.1. Now we do 1.2. 0.04 of H2SO4. Nakhona uqala nge-equation. H2SO4 solution in water. What does it form? 2H plus aqueous. Lena iyakhiqiza. It's a diprotic. Yakhumbula ngeke ngakhuluma ngo-diprotic. Iyakhiqiza ikhipha u-H plus ababili. Ikhiphe oqala izikhiphe wesibili. So ikhipha u-H plus ababili bese kusalani na u-SO4 2 minus aqueous. Okay. For every mole of H2SO4, 2 moles of H plus are formed. 1 forms 2, 2 forms 4, 7 forms 14, 3.5 forms 7. Shothi njalo wena utimes ngo-2 la. Okay, okusho ukuthi, which implies that. Okusho ukuthi sinani na 0.04 will form how much? 2 times 0.04, which is how much? 0.08. Okay, that is the concentration of H plus. Now what about the pH? pH minus log the concentration of H plus aqueous, which is minus log. What is concentration of H plus? 0.08. Sibo. Log 0.08. Ngithola mina minus log wakho 1.09. The pH will be 1.09. That is the pH. 1.09. Siyadlula la ku 1.2. Asiya ku 1.3. 1.3. Hey, asbon. 1.3. Calculate the pH of the following solution. pH of sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide. Sifuni pH. Okay. Njengoba kuthi sifuna i-pH. Lena iyi-base bakwethu. Iyiphi leyo base now? Sodium hydroxide. Solution in water. Isinikezani na? Na plus aqueous. Nani? OH minus aqueous. isinikeza lokho. Kodwa bafuna i-pH. Manje inkinga sine OH minus. Njengoba sine OH minus, kumele siqale sifune i-pOH. Hey bakwethu ungakhohlwa man. Please. Once kwi-equation kwaba ne-OH minus, but to calculate the pH, you must first get the pOH. Asifuna i-pOH. Ethini i-pOH yana? pOH is minus log the concentration of OH minus aqueous. Minus log the concentration of OH minus aqueous. So what is the pOH? pOH is minus log. What is concentration of OH minus? It's 0.05. Oh, aye. Before siyithola ukuthi iyona ngempela. I-sodium hydroxide eyodwa iyakha u-OH minus owodwa. I-ratio iyafana. 1, 1, 2, 2. 0.5, 0.5. 0.6, 0.6. Futhi ungayidansela nje bakubona ukuphuma udansa wena 0.6, 0.6, 0.7, 0.7. Ayibe njalo. Kodwa ke lana sinani na 0.05. Muku 0.05 nalena ingakanani 0.05. The ratio is the same. So uma une concentration engaka ye-sodium hydroxide izowakho OH amangakanani abangangayo. Sekuzoba yini na 0.05. 0.05 siya kwi-equation siya laphana sithi log 0.05. Mina ngithola 1.3. So the pOH is 1.3. Kodwa abashong to calculate the pOH, but to calculate the pH. So what is the pH? Uyakuleya equation kade si derive pH plus pOH. What is the range yalapho na? 14. pH plus pOH is 14. Okusitshela ukuthi na the pH yini 14 minus pOH. Then we'll have pH, it's 14 minus 1,3. What is 14 minus 1,3? 14 minus 1,3, 12,7. That is the pH. Yayibona ukuthi inkulu kanjani le pH? Inkulu. The pH is more. So the potency of hydrogen is more. It needs more hydrogen. Ngoba kugcwala OH minus i-base leyana. So the pH is 12,7. So this is how we get that one. So we have those problems ezihamba kanje. Now, kuyothi ke manje sesinikezwa the pH. How do we get the concentration? Sesinikeza the pH. How do we get the concentration?